You and I both know I can't finish a 10 before the end, even if my life depended on it. So let's talk about my 6 before 2026, starting with Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. This is actually going to be a reread for me. I read this a few years ago and fell in love with this story. I think about it very often, so I am long overdue for a reread of this. Next, we have The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois by Honoré Fanon Jeffers. I have already started this book, and it is my personal mission to finish before the year ends. I have had this book sitting on my shelf for months now, and a few weeks ago I just decided enough was enough. I need to start reading this. I am also hosting a public read along on Storygraph, so if you also would like to read this book before the year ends, you can join us over there. Next is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I never finished reading the Hunger Games trilogy. I read the first book in high school and I DNF'd the second book at like 2 chapters because I thought it was boring. I know I was just making all kinds of crazy decisions, but I eventually ended up reading Catching Fire last year and I need to keep reading. So I will be finishing this hopefully before 2026 is here. Next is I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I have been hearing a lot of good things about this book recently, so I picked it up. I know that it is dystopian and it's translated literature about these women who have never met a man in their life. I think they are imprisoned and are trying to get out. And it's also fairly short, so hopefully it's a book that I can finish pretty quickly. Next is Crook Manifesto by Colson Whitehead. I know that this is a standalone sequel in a series. I do have Harlem Shuffle. I just bought this one first, so I feel obligated to read it first. I don't know. I know that this is about crime and heist. I'm just interested in reading a genre that I don't typically pick up, so that's going to be this. And last but not least is The Prophets by Robert Jones Jr. I don't really know a lot about this. I know that it's set on a plantation and it deals with two men who are in a relationship. So I think that premise is really interesting, which is why I got this book. And I've heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to get into this before the year ends. That is my 6 before 2026. If y'all have books that you are trying to read before the year ends, I don't care what the number is, just let me know in the comments.